Um, well, why do you come to church?
Why do I come to church? Well, St. Christopher's is my church family, and it's been wonderful to go to a church for long enough to see kids like you grow up and become an interviewer. And my husband said, I don't want to go church shopping. You go. And if you find one you like, maybe I'll come. So, I mean, I had been singing in my church choir for 20 years in the front of the church, and he was in the back of the church, and I thought, I think it's time for me to sit next to my husband in church. And so I did. And it was terrific, and he came every Sunday. He came every Sunday, and it was a real blessing. He served on the vestry, which shocked me. I never thought he would do that.
Why do you come to church?
Why do I come to church? Because I've always had a deep-seated longing for spirituality. I grew up Episcopalian. I grew up curious. I was always very curious about God and the stories. What they mean.
Okay.
Why do you come to church?
I've been to church before I was born. In my mother's stomach, I came to church. And most of my life has been based on, funnily enough, church. I met my husband, the first time he saw me was in church. He thought I was too young, so he took my friend out. But that's where I originally met him. And hello. And they can come in and listen. Anyway, I've been to church all my life, almost every Sunday. I'm 90 now, and I've almost been to church every single year. I miss maybe 10 Sundays each year. So I've been a lot. It's part of my basic makeup.
Why do you come to church?
Well, I could take the easy way out and say, well, to play the piano, but I'm not going to do that. Mainly because I have a deep-seated belief. I'm a lifelong Episcopalian. My family was in the Episcopal Church, and it fit well for me, and fit me on things, not just music, but also on the theological concepts and how they deal with them. Because to me, the joy of the Episcopal Church is it really is open to everyone. And I think that is a very strong point in its favor. I see some cases where churches aren't quite as wide open as we would like to believe they are. And to me, I believe that the New Testament sends an extraordinarily positive message. And that's what I think we're really focused on. Not, Deuteronomy, Numbers, Judges, some of those, Leviticus in the Old Testament that talk about what you shouldn't do and what your penalty will be, but more the positive message of where we're going and how we should arrive at that, not quite nirvana, but that positive state for us and for all around us.
Did you grow up going to church?
Oh, did I grow up going to church? Yes. Not only that, I went to a church school, so we had morning prayer 5 days a week. So I went to church 6 days a week. Saturday was the only day I didn't go to church.
Why do you come to church?
Didn't I just tell you? I went to church 6 days a week as a child. And it is your bounden duty to go to church.